Welcome. My name is Audrey, and if you're watching for the first time, my channel here on YouTube is dedicated to DIYs and home projects, home improvement, hopefully. And today's video is dedicated to this World Market Christmas Village. Specifically, I'm talking about these little Christmas houses. So World Market has had these for years. I finally got my hands on them last year, and this year I got one more. They've started to turn out a couple new designs, which is awesome. And they actually have Halloween ones as well. So this will probably not be the last time you see a video like this, because I'm definitely gonna do these bases in a future video for the Halloween ones. So today I'm gonna show you how to make this beautiful snowy landscape base for your World Market Christmas houses. Let's do it.
Before I start my DIY, I had to check World Market to see if they had any of the new Christmas houses. And I did find the A-frame. It was only $12 because it's after Christmas, so everything Christmas related is 50% off. I'm so in love, and now I only need one more. From there, I finally started to do some market research on the foam. I ended up finding this huge piece at Hobby Lobby for 18 bucks for a pack of 2. Really great deal, and the size is perfect. When doing this DIY, the biggest thing you need to consider is how thick the foam is, because these Christmas houses, to house their batteries, have like an 1.5 inch thick base, and that is what I'm trying to hide. And from here, I'm just placing a few of the houses that I have. It looks like 3 is gonna be perfect for one piece of foam. And I'm just orienting them so I can start tracing and getting ready to cut the foam. So with a marker, I'm just marking each corner. And then from there, I'm gonna trace out the exact squares. And again, this will be so when I place the houses in this foam, they'll actually sit down into it so you won't see their little battery boxes. For this project, you're going to need a hot knife or a hot wand of some sort. I got this one from Amazon for like 15 bucks, and it works way better than I was expecting. So you can see I'm sitting in my dining room. I'm starting to melt the foam basically, and I did not think about the smoke that was going to be a secondary effect of this. You can see my confused look, and I realized I should probably not be doing this inside.
So I last left off, I traced the houses, and I just found out the hard way. This hot knife causes some serious smoke from the foam melting, so I wanted to move outside. So that's what we're doing now. Watch out, dog. It's honestly incredible. I cannot believe how fast that is. Wow.
It's a little hard to see on camera, but all I'm doing is tracing out those lines that I drew on the foam with the hot knife. So I'm physically pushing the hot knife into the foam and doing light sweeps to cut out the pieces. It's actually really incredible how easy it is to cut with this knife. You just want to be cognizant that you're keeping the hot end away from you.
Wow, that actually worked much better than I was expecting. I don't know how to clean this though. And I don't actually know if this is smart, but I'm just using this piece of fabric to get like the melted foam off the wand. I just found some fabric from my last DIY, and that worked just quite nicely.
This is your classic wash, rinse, and repeat situation. You're just going to do again what you did in the first place, which is cut out each section that you need so a house will fit.
These houses are actually from World Market. They've been in circulation every year for Christmas for probably 6 or 7 years.
And this year there's actually 2 new ones. I managed to grab one of them. So I have 7 total. I would also like to note that I did not come up with this idea. I actually saw it on a Mid-Century Modern Facebook page I'm a part of. I'll pop up a picture of the original photo that I am using as my inspiration. Super clean lines, which is actually amazing. And then I think what I'm gonna do is go inside, bring you guys with me, of course, put the houses in the slots, and then decide how I want to kind of cut the edges to make it look like a little winter wonderland. Bringing these houses over and putting them in each of the slots really started to make this come to life already. Some of the fits were a little snug, so I'll need to make some adjustments with the hot knife, which is not a big deal. You can see this one, it just like drops in perfectly, and that's awesome as well. And they just look 10 times better when you can't see their little battery packs. It's honestly so incredible. And now that they're actually placed on the foam, oh my god, look at how cute. I can begin tracing. I used a highlighter. Honestly, it was really the only marker-like thing that I have. And I'm just following kind of the natural curved lines of the bases of the houses just to make it look like whimsical and Christmassy and cute. All right, might be a little hard to see here, but I have my highlighter. I went with like a little whimsical kind of swirly line. And now I'm gonna turn my hot knife or hot wand back on, and I'm gonna cut out that shape. Now with this, you don't have to be too precise. And the reason why is because I am going to be coating this entire piece with lightweight spackle. You get a good stick. As I was mentioning, I am going to cover this entire thing in lightweight spackle. You can get it from the hardware store for like 30 bucks for the big tub. And this is just to make everything super smooth and really give it that snowy effect. I actually got this idea from Corinne Joy on Instagram and TikTok. She is the lightweight spackle queen, so hopefully I make her proud. Is that your stick? Excuse you. I did actually go back over the edges just to smooth them out a little bit, round them, and I really feel like that was such a game changer for this design. And like I said, next stop was a hardware store for the lightweight spackle, and I got the big jug. Here she is, lightweight spackle. Oh. Wow, it legit looks like frosting. So I do plan to do like a light sanding once it's dry, so I'm not like terribly concerned about if it's like splotchy or anything of that nature. Just try to get as even of a layer as I can. I also want to be careful to keep it out of the holes that I created for the houses. So we'll see if I can manage to do that. But so far so good. This is amazing. I cannot believe how lightweight this is. This DAP brand lightweight spackle was not kidding around when it claims to be lightweight. It is legitimately like trying to frost a cake, just like the consistency of frosting. Just had to pile it on and smooth it out as I went. Rounding over these edges was the move. I feel as though it gives it such an elevated look, and it'll be even better once this is all sanded down and even. But it just really makes it look like a snowy hill and not so much just a piece of foam from the craft store. The spackling portion of this DIY took about 40-45 minutes, and that was just me being very particular with trying to get a very even layer, making sure I had enough to cover all the foam, and making sure that I made it as smooth as I possibly could. I also used about 1/3 of the container of lightweight spackle, and here it is directly after spackling. So it now needs a couple days to dry before we sand.
All right, so fast forward a couple weeks. I have been procrastinating finishing this project. I think it's because it's after Christmas and I'm just like not in the jolly holiday mood anymore, but this thing deserves to be finished because it's gonna look amazing once it is. So it is a brisk 30-degree morning here in southern Alabama. I am in the shop and I found literally one piece of sandpaper. It's 150 grit, which I think is a little too fine. Like an 80 or a 120 would have been better, but we're working with what we got. And I am now going to sand this piece, this foam. It's the lightweight spackle is totally dry. I'm really excited how it's turning out so far. And now it'll just be to sand, pop the houses back in, add a couple trees, and then this DIY will be done. This is definitely an outdoor project just because of all of the dried spackle that's coming off. Definitely don't want to be doing this indoors. This is the side I sanded, like for only a few minutes. So you can see compared to this side, it's already better. I do think maybe the next time I do this, I will be a little bit more careful about making it a smoother finish. Like as I'm putting the spackle on, there are some divots and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out. But when I was first putting this on, I really very much was like, oh, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter. And I think it matters a little bit. So if you ever try to do this yourself at home. But I've really only been doing this for about 10 minutes, and with 120 grit sandpaper, it's smoothing right out. So, I mean, this really doesn't take that much effort. My fingers hurt a little bit, but I guess that's to be expected. And here it is. So, like I said, it is still a little rough. Not bad though. It's still super lightweight, but this does feel like I can press my fingers into it. It's very sturdy. So I think part of it too is this is likely gonna go on my fireplace mantle. So it's not something that is gonna be totally an eyesore. I even think even if it's down like on a credenza or a buffet or television stand, anything of that nature, even if it's down below, these houses are going to take up a lot of real estate. So I think now is the time to just go inside and see how it looks. So let's do it. So it's actually deeper than the mantle. I did not think about the depth of this mantle before doing this. Oh well, too late now.
Popping these little houses into their respective slots is just making this feel like the Christmas miracle it should be. Unfortunately, it's mid-January, so I guess I just have a head start for next year. As always, I'll link everything you'll need to complete this DIY down in the description below. Really, this was a low maintenance DIY, super quick, just needed some dry time for the spackle, and there were no major tools or equipment needed. So I highly recommend this DIY for all skill levels. And you can also make any base for any Christmas village you have. It doesn't have to be the World Market ones. Now let's set the mood. Oh my God, look at how cute.
Wow, look at how gorgeous this came out. I'm honestly really, really pumped about it. The only thing I didn't take into consideration was the depth of the mantle, but I think that's fine because it just looks so good. I don't think I could have made it as shallow as this mantle is, so I'm fine with that. And I'll pop it in a couple other places in the house to see how it looks. All this is some foam from the craft store, a hot wand from Amazon, cut it to size and shape, cut out the holes for your houses, slap it in some lightweight spackle, let it dry, sand it down, pop the houses in, and then add your bottle brush trees. I did consider cutting the bottoms of the bottle brush trees off and sticking them in, which I really still want to do. I fear though that the bottom portion, once taken off and there's, you know, a pokey bit at the bottom, it'll crack the lightweight spackle. So I'll just hold off on that for now. I'm so happy with how this came out. I have another set to do for the rest of my Christmas houses, and then I do also have a set from World Market for Halloween, so I'll get to do those as well. So this will not be the last time you see a video like this, and I just wish I had done it before Christmas, because now I do feel like I'm in a holly jolly, you know, holiday mood. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed watching this DIY. Please do it yourself next year and tag me, show me, I want to see them. So I will just see you all in the next DIY. Thanks.